Welcome to the freshman class of 2021. We're excited to have you over here at the high school next year, and we're looking forward to meeting all of you. Hopefully, we will not be remote in any way. You'll be here every day in person. We'll get to know you, and we're excited to have you. We're excited to have you be part of the Freshman Academy, and good luck to all of you, and can't wait to meet you all.
Welcome to the high school. This may be one of the entrances you come in. This is the bus entrance. There's no buses here right now, but that's okay. So if you ride the bus, you're going to come in through this door right here, right? This will be the main door you come in. Here we have another entrance to the high school. This is the student drop-off area. Your mom or dad may come and drop you off here. So when you're dropped off here, you'll usually come through these main doors. This is the main entrance to the high school. And this here is probably one of the final main entrances to the high school. We have the cafeteria entrance right here. Most of you maybe not freshman year, but you may get a car and drive to school. These cafeteria doors will be open in the morning. You can walk in through here. It leads to the cafeteria. And eventually all of these entrances lead to the well-known rotunda. This here is where most people will hang out maybe during, before school. It's basically the middle part of the school. It's the part you want to know. So the bus entrance behind you leads into here. The car entrances that I told you about lead into here this way. So this is the main part you want to know. And here for the first hallway, you have the 100 hallway. So the 100 hallway is obviously the first hallway. This hallway is consisted of world language, so that may be Spanish or French. Something if you're thinking about taking that. The 100 hallway also is filled with history/social studies. So you guys will have to take that. So this is where you go for all your history classes. And getting into classrooms now, we have one of our world language classes here, and some more intervention specialist classes here. So those classes are also here in this hallway. And getting into more, we have another world language. This is Ms. Silverstein, teaches Spanish. And then Mr. Johnson, social studies. So that's basically it for this 100 hallway. So if you're thinking about taking world language, this is where you'll go, and also history is where you'll go. We also have a couple more classrooms here. This is social studies teachers. We have Mr. Kelly, Mr. Tencher, Ms. Weaver. So these are all going to be your history teachers. And this is one of our history teachers, Mr. Johnson.
You're going to have fun.
What's up? This is the 200 hallway. We got math, health, and science down this hallway. We are now coming up to the health class. It's the first door on the right. It's taught by Mr. Brown, and as a freshman you all take it. Now we're coming over to the math classes. We have Mr. Colwine, Miss Kruger over here, and then we have Mrs. Henley and Mr. Glazer. That's 4 math teachers. We have a bit more. And then here's a few more math teachers. This is Miss Metzger, Mr. Newberry. And then these are 2 more. You won't really have them 2 freshman year. And then all the way at the end of the hallway, you have your 5 science classes. Yeah. This is Miss Schulte. She's another math teacher.
All right, coming into the math hallway, your freshman year, it's going to be great. We got a lot of great teachers, and you're going to have fun.
What's up? This is the 300 hallway now. It's upstairs now. We're above the rotunda. The first room on the left is Mr. Zimmerman's class. He has game design and broadcast journalism. He also has yearbook. And then now we are coming up to the business classes. We have Burtmeyer, and then we have Mr. Thomas. And then now we're coming back to the language arts classes. These are the first few. We have Mrs. Squant, we have Mrs. Sim, and Miss Alfonsi. That's the first 3 language arts classes. And then all the way at the end of the hall, we get the last few language arts classes. We have Mrs. Webb, Mr. Arney, Mr. Steffen, and Mrs. Mann. That's the last 4 English classes. Mrs. Salmons, she's one of the language arts teachers in the hallway.
Hello. So my name is Mrs. Salmons. I teach mainly sophomores. I do have one class that I do teach freshmen. It's called Academic Seminar. So I may see a few of you. And this is there's the business teachers are right next to us, and then we have English teachers. And I am sure that you guys are going to have lots of fun and have a great time here next year.
And our final highway here at THS is the 400 hallway. Now this hallway consists of mostly your guys' classes. This is the freshman academy class, or hall, I'm sorry. So this also has some science classes that you may take later on in high school. Mostly this is going to be the hallway that you're in. In our first couple classes here, we have Miss Gunther, Mrs. Baker, and Mrs. Cole. Miss Cole is English teacher and Miss Baker is social studies. A couple new classrooms here. We've got Mr. Likens and Mr. McGahee. Mr. McGahee is a social studies teacher. Mr. Likens is a language arts teacher. And getting here to more classes, we have Mr. Caudill. He's a social studies teacher. We also have Dr. Weatherwax. She is an English teacher. And getting to our final class here, we have Mr. Smid's class and Mr. Ruther's class. And I'm here with Mr. Mills, one of the science teachers in the freshman hallway.
Hey, almost welcome to the high school. You guys are going to love it here. We have like a really good freshman academy, and the high school is a lot of fun.
Talawanda High School offers many clubs and activities available for student involvement. These clubs give students opportunities to get involved in the community, learn more about the world around them, and further their academic education. To start off, Setting Stone is Talawanda's literary arts magazine. Members work to compile writing, art, and photography from Talawanda students to produce their magazine every year, and also promote coffee houses seasonally. Talawanda students are welcome to sign up for performances of all kinds. Talawanda Diversity Club provides safe spaces and volunteer opportunities for students of all gender identities and sexual orientations. They work towards creating a more inclusive school community. Talawanda's Environmental and Natural Science Club helps students get involved in local environmental efforts. Students explore and learn about natural areas, as well as volunteering at events to help create zero-waste solutions. Every year, the Ohio Center for Law-Related Education presents the Talawanda mock trial team with a new fictional legal case. Students read and research case files, legal precedent, and witness affidavits to eventually compete at district, regional, and even state competitions. The Talawanda Tribune is Talawanda's online school newspaper, found at talawandatribune.org. Students write and edit news articles about school, local, or national issues, as well as work to compile pieces for the Tribune's news magazine called Changing Perspectives. Talawanda Academic Challenge calls trivia fans to compete in 2 teams of 4, answering academic-based trivia questions with the occasional sports and pop culture question thrown in. Students compete against other schools' teams as well. Talawanda Best Buddies is dedicated to creating friendships between students with and without disabilities and promote inclusion and acceptance in the school community. They host school events and help educate their fellow classmates on how to better celebrate those around them. Talawanda Hope Squad is a peer support team that works with local mental health agencies to provide a supportive and approachable link between struggling students and trained adults. Key Club is an international service organization that encourages leadership and service in local high school students. Talawanda Key Club provides service opportunities and leadership experience. The National Honor Society is a nationwide organization that selects students based on scholarship, leadership, service, and character. With certain academic and characteristic requirements, students are nominated and selected to be a part of Talawanda NHS. Every year, Talawanda students who wish to run for student government make their campaigns for their chosen offices. Different student government positions then perform different roles for their grade levels and for the school. Talawanda's broadcast journalism class writes and executes daily news videos to inform students about current school and local events. Members create and edit videos as well as interview students and teachers. The school yearbook takes extensive work to produce every year. Members of Talawanda Yearbook arrange photos and information about the school in order to create the yearbook and promote it to students. The Talawanda Youth Initiative team works towards encouraging students to make healthier lifestyle choices. Members arrange school events and bring in speakers to help promote their mission.
So on your right, the first office here is Mr. Yorks. He is the main principal here. You probably won't interact with him a whole bunch, but in case you do, his office is the first on the right. The second one on the right is Mr. Roten. He has 9th and 11th graders this year, so he will not have you guys next year. He will have 10th and 12th graders, so he will unfortunately not be your principal. You can still come to talk to him whenever you need. And then here we have Mrs. Mers, who will be your principal. She will have 9th and 12th graders, so she will be the one that you come and talk to most often. So here we have the counselor's office. We have Ms. Roy here who will help you if you need to fill in applications for things and scheduling things, and if you need to set up a meeting with a counselor. Here, the first one on your left, we have Mr. Davey. He will be your counselor if you have if your last name is A through F. We have Ms. Stark here, who is O through Z. So if your last name is O through Z, she will be your counselor. And then all the way down here, we have Mrs. Peter, who is G through N. And if your last name is G through N, you will have her. Yes. Alrighty, here is the nurse's office. It's in the same main hall that the other offices are in. The nurse is Miss Little. So you'll come in here. There are some cots and other things if you aren't feeling well, or if, I don't know, if something happened to you and you need the nurse's attention, you can come down here and she will always be happy to help. Good. So this is the media center. It's like in the rotunda. It's pretty easy to find. Here you can come, and if your Chromebook is not working, someone will come and fix it. There are computers over here if you need to like print things, and you can obviously check out books here. So
here is the 600 hallway.
Perfect. Down in this hallway we have all of the art classrooms, music classrooms, FFA, and FCCLA.
All right, now let's get a closer look at what's down here.
At the first stop, we got the art classrooms.
So there's two art teachers here at Talawanda. There's Mr. McWilliams and Mrs. Claire. Freshman level classes. Freshman level class is Intro to Art, which Miss Claire teaches. But other options, we have ceramics, jewelry, metalworking. It goes AP and 2D and 3D art.
Next up, we have the choir classroom. The choir classes are taught by Mr. Pearson. And the choir classes include concert choir, show choir, women's ensemble, and chamber singers. All right. Also, Mr. Pearson teaches the Fermata a cappella group.
You don't have to worry too much about this door, but it goes to the PAC, and you might come through this door if you're in drama or going to a concert.
Alright, so here is your family consumer science classes, and by taking an FCS class, you are immediately a part of the FCCLA club, which presents a whole lot of opportunities on its own. But freshmen can take a variety of classes here, including a lot of life skill classes like cooking and textiles.
Alright, so right here is the entryway for the instrumental music room. In this room right here, you have water fountains and our one practice space. Right here is a little pathway to the choir rooms. And in there, right now, our band director, Mr. Marston, is directing, I believe, concert percussion. So if you're in any kind of band class, excluding marching band, this is where they're from. Same thing goes for orchestra as well.
Okay, and behind me you'll see all of the pictures of our marching band over the years. If you're doing marching band, then you'll know that there is after school practices and summer practices, but there is also a class you can take which will be in the band room.
Alright, so this is our alternative school and Butler Tech CCP classrooms. Here students will go for online learning and credit recovery. So here we have the end of the 600 hallway, and it is the FFA portion. And in FFA, freshmen will be taking the AF&R class, which is Agriculture, Food, and Natural Resources. And it's a great hands-on class for entry-level freshmen. And from there, you can take Greenhouse Nursery Management, Mechanical Principles, Ag Business, Livestock, and eventually your senior year capstone. FFA provides great opportunities for students to get involved in community service and other fun hands-on activities. And here is the shop where students work on a variety of projects from welding to woodworking. We come in here for almost every class and you learn shop procedure here. It is going to be super fun if you take an AF&R class. Alright, and here is our greenhouse where primarily the greenhouse and nursery management students work, but also other classes you can take in your future high school years like botany and environmental sciences use this greenhouse.
So that was the 600 hallway. Remember, you need 2 art credits to graduate, so you'll probably find yourself in this hallway at some point in your high school experience, and I hope you enjoyed.
Good stuff.
Talawanda High School offers an array of different musical classes and extracurriculars under 3 broad categories: choir, orchestra, and band. There are 4 different choir classes and 1 choir extracurricular, all taught by Mr. Pearson. These classes are chambers, women's ensemble, and show choir, which are audition only, and concert choir, which doesn't require an audition. The extracurricular choir, called From Out of Nowhere, is an audition-only a cappella group that practices 2 to 3 times a week and has performed at Xavier University and the Ohio State House. The orchestra, which includes many different stringed instruments, is conducted by Miss House Shumway. The orchestra typically plays a mix of classics and movie soundtracks. Getting into the orchestra doesn't require an audition, but does require previous orchestral experience, and there are auditions to determine which chair you are. There are 4 different Talawanda bands, all taught by Mr. Marston: marching band, concert band, jazz band, and steel band. Marching band is fall only and performs at football games as well as competitions. Concert band doesn't require a prerequisite and is spring only. Steel band plays multicultural music on steel pans and is open to any student who is in any music class. Jazz ensemble is a selective band that requires an audition and performs at many school events, such as the Honors Breakfast. Both the choirs, bands, and orchestra typically perform seasonal concerts in the Talawanda Performing Arts.
The left and the right, there are entrances to the PAC. This is our school's Performing Arts Center. In here is a seating capacity of 600. There's the big stage. This is where we'll hold FFA meetings after school. There will also be choir, band, and orchestra concerts in here. And this is where all of our drama productions are held.
All right, this is the cafeteria. Right now, there's study hall going on because it's not lunchtime, but we'll take you through the lunch line and see where you can go. Once you're in the cafeteria, normally in non-COVID times, we would have 2 kind of main events. Right now, it's just pizza on this side, and we have a main meal that you can get. It changes every day, and it'll be on that neon board over there. Over here, you can get hamburgers or chicken sandwiches any day you want. I personally get about 3 or 4 a day. It's pretty great. And then drinks, chips, fruit and vegetables are right here. This will come down and there's drinks. You get your food, you walk out, put your number in, you pay for your food.
And then through here we have our main gymnasium. This is where all of our gym classes will be held, and this is where all indoor sports will practice and play. Heading up the stairs, there's the auxiliary gym.
All right, this is the auxiliary gym. A lot of times we'll have extra basketball practices going on up here when the main gym's taken. There's also a batting cage. Since it's spring right now, baseball and softball has been practicing in it. There's also wrestling mats. We got a shooting gun for basketball down there. This is like the extra gym we have up here.
So back behind the gym, we have a couple different things. On our left here, this is Greg's indoor office. He's our athletic trainer. So anybody who gets hurt during athletics will go see him and he'll take care of you. The door right next to it, that is our fitness room, cardio room. We have stuff in here, workout, bikes and stuff like that. Coming up here on the left again, we have 2 locker rooms. There's a boys' locker room and a girls' locker room in the front. This is usually where the visiting teams will be, but these are open during the day for gym classes for you to change and shower and stuff. On the left and right are offices. This is where our gym teachers and some of our coaches have spaces to work. This is our offices. And then all the way back here, we have 2 locker rooms. These are our main locker rooms. These will be our locker rooms for sports, indoor sports like basketball and volleyball. There's the boys on the left and the girls on the right.
We're in the field house right now. This is what we call the Clever Touch room. This is the film room for football or any outdoor sport. We'll use this Clever Touch board to play huddle, film, whatnot. This is also the last stuff for the weight room. Pull-up bars. We walk in here, there's a class going on right now of strength training, but we have 16 racks where you can do squats, bench, anything you want. We also have dumbbells and box jumps, barbells, everything you need to do. All right, so if we go through the weight room to the other side, this is the wrestling room. If you're a wrestler, you'll spend a lot of time in here. Meets are held in the gym, but they do practices here. A lot of other teams do like warm-ups and stuff in here. Core day for strength training if you take that. But this is another room out here in the field house.
Behind us we have our Talawanda ticket booth and entrance to the field. This is where you'll buy all your tickets for any outdoor sports that you want to attend. Right behind us here is the entrance to the cafeteria and the outdoor seating that will be accessible to seniors on nice days right when school starts. Come with us here. This is the breezeway. This is our entrance to our field. To the left here is our Hall of Fame, and to the right is our concession stand. And then right behind us, this is our field. We have on the right over here, we have the home bench, or the home stand. On the left, we have the visiting stands. This is where all outdoor sports will be played. So lacrosse, football, field hockey. This is our track. Soccer. Over here on the left is our victory bell. It's a tradition here at Talawanda that after every win on the field, you ring the bell. Over to the left too are like tennis courts. That's where our tennis team will practice and play all of their meets. And then out towards the right of the field is where our baseball team and our softball team will practice. They each have a separate field for themselves. On nice days, different classes will come out here. They'll work out, they'll play game, lifetime sports and stuff like that. They'll be out here
There are
during
many
the day.
athletic opportunities at Talawanda, the most of any school in the area. You can participate in cheerleading, football, cross country, field hockey, golf, soccer, tennis, basketball, bowling, hockey, swimming, wrestling, baseball, softball, lacrosse, and track. Even though it may be intimidating, we encourage you to try one of our sports teams out. It's fun, and there's something for everyone.
We hope you've enjoyed this tour of Talawanda High School and all it has to offer. There's lots of things to get involved with here, from academics to athletics, and even clubs and activities. The key to a good time in high school is find a passion and pursue it. Our faculty, staff, and students can't wait to meet you and get started on this journey together.